What's up guys, my name's Joe here, and welcome to episode 4 of my MK Don save on FM16. Now, we begin the episode just showing you the game I played after the Rotherham game in the last match. It was a 3-0 win in the Cup, Capital One Cup against Leyton Orient away. They got 2 players sent off, so it was kind of, it would have been shocked if we didn't win. Yeah, it was a good game, all in all things considered. Few players with high ratings you can see here. Daniel Powell scored in the last match as well. Ben Reeves has also got a 8.6. He's been spectacular so far. I'll just show you his stats, his attributes, I should say. As you can see, he's lot of great stats for a championship team. Already rated 4.1 million. His value, that is, has shot up, even though I presume he hasn't improved in the time. At least that's a big value for a club like MK Dons. So he had a great performance, just like he did in all of pre-season and in the Rotherham game. And this time it turned out in a win, which is good to see, because I did raise our expectations of how we would perform in the cups just to get a bit more money in the bank. So if we did go out crashed out in the first opportunity, that wouldn't go down so well with the board and the fans. But luckily we managed to win, and hopefully we'll get a favourable draw next time. Now in this episode, I'm going to play the next game in the championship off screen, I believe, and then I'll show you the game afterwards. There's Preston at home here. I'm just wondering if maybe I should play the Preston game on screen, as that's more of a winnable match. We'll just have to see who the opposition is. Bolton at home. No, I'll stick with what I said originally. I'll play the Preston game off screen, and then I'll come back after the game just to talk about it for a few minutes, just to say how it went, who scored, and stuff like that. If you want to see who scored in the Leyton Orient game, it was Daniel Powell, Simon Church, and an own goal. Yeah, and then I'll come back and we'll play the Bolton game on screen, and hopefully we can win the Preston game and ease the pressure off in the Bolton game. But, they're both at home. They're both possibilities of winning. Anyway, I'm dragging on a bit here. Also, if there's any signings or any transfer activity, I'll come back and I'll talk about that as well. So, see you when the next event happens, I guess. So the game against Preston's just finished with an incredible, unexpected, convincing 4-0 win. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I'm not sure if it's something about the fact that this is the beta, but there's been so many red cards in all my games, but not for me, for my opposition. And it might just be coincidence, but there was 3 red cards for Preston. I'm not sure if it's something about our team. Maybe we're just too fast for them and they just get frustrated. I'm not sure what it is, but the point is we won 4-0, which is great to see. First win in the championship. Obviously, it looked like we were going to win the first game against Rotherham, and they came back incredibly. Key performers, these top 3 especially, seeing their names every time when I'm talking about the key players. Simon Church got a hat-trick today. It was a great play, good finishing. Ben Reeves, who's been absolutely spectacular in almost, I think, every single one of his games. He's had over an 8. He's just been, even throughout pre-season, he was eminent. He was always there. He was just been great for us. Bakayoko as well. He's proven, not really proven, but he's looking to be shaping out to be a good signing at left back. Runs around a lot, quite fast. Yeah, but Ben Reeves, a goal as well as an assist, contributing to that 9 rating. Simon Church was definitely the man of the match, though, with a hat-trick. But all in all, I mean, there's not really much to complain about. In terms of signings, I'm not sure if I'll get around to any before the Bolton game, but you might see a few. I've been scouring the League One market because I don't want to be too hard on ourselves, but we're not exactly the best championship team. So other teams in the championship aren't really looking to join us. I mean, sell their players to us, really. So I thought I'd try and give some good League One players an opportunities to step a league up, and I've seen a few that are possibilities. So you might see one before the Bolton game, or maybe if I sign one between the after the Bolton game, I'll just add it in on the end of the episode. But yeah, hopefully I can recreate this result in on screen, so you can see a good 4-0 against Bolton. But I wouldn't expect that from us. Either way, it's a good result, and see you at the Bolton game. We've arrived at the Bolton game, so no transfers this episode most likely. Though, as I said, if I get one just after the game, I'll tag it along at the end of the episode. So there might be a transfer in this episode because there are quite a few, brimming on the boil that I'm considering. A few contracts have been sent, a few have been rejected. It's a bit hit and miss at the moment transfer-wise. So yeah, I would like to get one in this episode. So if one does happen, I probably will add it on and then. In terms of the team I want to play, let's see. Martin in goals, that's fine. Hodgson, he's the best right back at the moment. I'm looking for a new right back, so that might be a transfer that goes through. McFadden and Walsh, they've been my centre back power, and Matthew Upson's injured as well, so not really many other options. Bakayoko, Poyet and Cruffers, Powell, Reeves, Murphy, Church. Pretty standard from what I've been going with. Where is he? Benavente. Powell's been doing great, but I do want to give him a game. He is 21 as well. Yeah, I'll give Benavente a game, just to see how he does. Worst comes to worst, I can bring Powell on because Powell's stats aren't exactly his attributes aren't incredible, but he has played. His performances have been quite good so far. But I think in terms of attributes, Benavente beats him, and in age as well. So my signings so far have been relatively older players, apart from Joe Dudgeon. We've got Bakayoko, who's 28, I think. Chris Eagles, who's 29 or 30. Holler, who's 27, I believe. And then Joe Dudgeon, who's 24. So yeah, I do want to bring a bit more youth in, just so I can really have a team that I can build on for the next few seasons. I don't want to have to replace my whole team every single season, I wonder if Clough is as good as he was last year. Oh, he is. He was great for me last year as a false 9. I'll send in a cheeky scout report. We have already scouted him, but just to see. He might be a player I'm getting in actually if they want to sell him. They probably won't. Maybe a loan. But yeah, he was incredible for me last year, so that could be something I'm looking into. Yeah, his stats look pretty good. I don't know what it was about the false 9 position, but he used to just tear it up. Not that I'm playing a false 9, I'm playing a target man, but it's always good to have variation. When this finally goes back to the match, it's stuck on the screen, so not sure why, but there we go. And we are off. Hopefully we can recreate the Preston result, where we had a resounding 4-0 win. I don't see that happening, but it is always great to win at any opportunity, so I'm still a bit down about the Rotherham result, but it definitely made our chances look a lot better at the start of the season. We have been having the lion's share of the possession, but you can't really tell, it's only 20 minutes in. Team's conditioning isn't great. I think maybe I should have had a bit more variation. Joe Walsh up for the corner. Ben Reeves with another assist. I'm going to need to think of a nickname for him because he's been absolutely incredible so far, Ben Reeves. Wonderful. Assist-wise, I think that's his 5th assist. 6th maybe even more. He's just... his stats are great as well. His attributes. I keep on calling them stats. I'm just used to it. I know that the stats are like 5 goals in 10 games, and attributes is like 15 finishing. But I always say them like, I always say stats, so I mean attributes. Anyway, Ben Reeves' attributes are great, so yeah. It's not like he's, that's what makes me think it's not a run of form, he's actually this good. I say this good, he's on a 6.9. It is only an assist, but it's all the games he's been getting 8.5s, 9s and stuff, so I'm talking about how great he is, he's there on a 6.8. But that's the highest player I think in our team. 6.9. Bakayoko also on a 6.9. Joe Walsh on a 7.2 as he scored the goal. But as it looks to be half time now, we are in the lead. In terms of changes, Diego Poyet, great for me last year. His stats quite good as well, but both CDMs this game have been lagging behind. So Aguza can come on in the deep line playmaker role, and Holler can come on in the ball-winning midfielder role. And I'll also bring on Nicky Maynard, give Maynard a go. I know Church got a hat-trick last game, but he's not the best conditioning-wise. And it always is good to have some variation. Though I might regret making 3 subs at half-time, but I always do that. It's just one of those habits I'm in. I think I said that last episode, but it's because I think I made the 3 subs last episode. Ooh, and I almost stopped speaking because I thought that my change was about to be vindicated a minute into the second half, but Maynard couldn't quite get in shape and put that away. Yeah, we're still winning though, so if it carries on like this, I'll certainly be a happy manager in the first 3 games. To get 2 wins would be a good thing for a newly promoted team, you must say. But it's a topsy-turvy league, the Championship. You think you're doing great, and then you lose a few games and you've dropped 10 positions in the table. It's just that type of league. You don't know until the very end who's getting those playoff spots. There can be like 10, 12 teams. It's crazy how the amount of like competition there is. And it seems to be like that in the game as well. So, sometimes you'll beat a team and then they'll smash you in the reverse fixture. So I don't want to get too confident just after playing 3 games. But if this game is a win, Ben Reeves, he goes to take the corner, knocks it in. Josh Murphy on loan. Josh Murphy, ooh, I had a feeling that was going to be one of those crosses that just whipped in and found its way in the net, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, this is as long as we win. A win's a win. I keep on saying like we've already won the game. With 10 minutes to go, there is a highlight here. Hopefully it's ours, especially after me talking about us winning. It's got me nervous now. Because they do seem to be launching a counter-attack, but no, Goose has got under control. Maynard. Ben Reeves launches through Ben Reeves. Josh Murphy. Ooh, Ben Amos with his double save. Are we going to make anything from this corner? I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, no. Okay, nothing. That doesn't matter though, as long as we hold out on this lead. Which we are looking like doing. I said so confidently. But you never know with last minute goals, but it seems as if it's going to end now. And it has a 1-0 win in the game. Maybe I should have showed you them in the opposite order so you could have seen the exciting 4-0 game with 3 red cards. But, I won both games either way. I won the Leyton Orient game as well at the start of the episode. In the cup. Shouldn't be forgetting about that. It's always good to have a good cup run, especially when I've told them that I'm going to have a good cup run. Ben Reeves, I know I'm going on about him, but he's improving as well. He's only 23. I'm excited for him. He's one of those players I'm going to try and build a team around. Hopefully he can really carry on playing like he has been. If I just show you this. 9 in his average in his league. 8.6 when you average just in the cup. So overall 8.87, and in the preseason as well, 4 assists and 2 player of the matches. And anyway, Ben Reeves is a great player. That's what we learned. I'm hesitant to say thanks for watching because I might tag a transfer along at the end of the episode. So I'm just gonna say see you when I make a transfer, and then it will look like nothing to you, but I'll end the episode on the next transfer, put it that way. So a fifth transfer has happened, and it's Nathan Thompson coming in from Swindon for a fee of 550,000. Well, it says 550,000. I think that was 250 or 300 up front, and then the rest was over 48 months. So it's not really that much. Hopefully by 48th month's time, we'll have a lot more money financially. We'll be bigger, and it won't mean anything to us. Anyway, brought him down from League One, like I said. So I was looking for players that were in League One. I was also looking for a right back, and it says he's a centre back. It says centre back, but to me, he's got those, he's great stats for a right back as well, especially that 18 work rate. I always find work rate very handy, and stamina 14 isn't too bad either. But he's passing, good tackling, good marking. So it does say here that he's a centre back, and I don't think he's that bad of a centre back either. But it says he's my best right back, and that is where I intend to play him. I believe he's probably going to be my third or fourth best. No, he's my best. I doubt that. Is he really my best centre back as well? That could not a problem, but that's a good problem to have. Well, yeah, turns out he's my best centre back as well, really, by the looks of it. So he might play centre back. So either way, that's a great signing in my opinion. 24 as well, so he's got a lot of time to improve. He did good in his first 3 games of the season for Swindon before arriving. 6k isn't too much of a contract. It's, in my opinion, it's a very good signing. I'm happy with it. If you want to see the transfers so far, just to go over it, see there's a lot of stuff I was going for there. Not much to build off. We got Chris Eagles, came in on a free, hasn't really made an impact yet, but got some good stats and good rotation player, good head to have around. Zuma Bakayoko, left back, got good pace, had a good start to the club, good value, small contract, good to see. Danny Holler, first paid transfer that came in. CDM with some great mentals and great penalties, can do good stuff from free kicks, not the fastest, but very good technically, as well as mentals, which I've already mentioned, but still. Joe Dudgeon hasn't made an appearance yet. Brought him in because of those 19 long throws. Really, he's not the best left back we have, even though it might say he is. It says he is, but in my opinion, Bakayoko's better. But he's 24, so he's younger than some of the other signings, so he does have a future. So all around, good player with good long throws. Still yet to make an impact though. And then the man of the moment, who I was just talking about, Nathan Thompson. In terms of the outs, you might be wondering, wait, why is there so many outs there? You've only showed us Darren Potter. Yes, that's because all of these are just loans. These are just youngsters. I didn't really find it worth mentioning. As you can, I've got big hopes for him, as well as a lot of our youngsters. It says we have average youth facilities, but we've got a lot of good youngsters. Tom Hitchcock is not really a youngster, is he? 22. Either way, they're not first team players yet. Yeah, so that's the transfers. That's been the episode. In the next episode, I will probably play the Reading and Leeds games. We drew Leeds in the Capital One Cup, by the way, off screen, and then I'll play the Birmingham game. Yeah, see you then. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and you'll see the next one. Thanks for watching.